And welcome to the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Shelley Whitehead. Want to thank you so much for joining us today. And as you know, Owatonna Today could not be here without our supporters. We'd like to thank them today. We'd like to thank our premier supporters, the City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Mayo Clinic Health System Owatonna, Owatonna Public Utilities, Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County. Also want to thank our primary supporters, Amy Swain Hearing Center's Little Theater of Owatonna and Owatonna Car Care Center. And we could not be here without our interlude supporters. They include Abraham Consulting Technologies, A+ Sew and Vac, Brenda Bednar Mortgage, Glenn Meager and Tim Thomas of Brick Meager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Homes, Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House and Clare Bridge of Owatonna, Carlson Brandstad and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care Professionals, Clancher & Son Landscaping and Concrete, Napa Auto Service, Owatonna Business Incubator, Pizza Ranch of Owatonna, Profinium Financial, R&K Electric, Snap Fitness, Steele County Blades Junior Hockey, and Steele County Historical Society, as well as the Third Hand Incorporated Video Productions and TPS Insurance. We want to thank each and every one of those companies for being a part of the Owatonna Today Show, and we'd like to ask you to thank them as well by giving them your business. And when you do go in, make sure you say you heard us right here on the Owatonna Today Show talk about their fine companies. If you are interested in becoming a supporter, we'd love to have you come along for this fun ride we're taking. You can contact Leanne at 390-5751. And if you are a private individual but still would like to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show, that's definitely an okay opportunity too. You can help keep Owatonna Today on the air by actually mailing, don't email because it won't work that way. But if you mail your contribution to the Owatonna Today Show, 1130 North Elm Avenue in Owatonna 55060, we'd love to have you become a part of our team. We're going to be back with some great programming right here on the Owatonna Today Show, so stick with us.
I'm Dan Brandstad of Carlson Brandstad and Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Hi, this is Laura Ressler greeting you from the Steele County Historical Society's History Center, where we're honoring the past and looking towards the future. We're proud to be a sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
And welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me Betsy Lindgren. Hello.
Hello, how are
She is
you?
with the Express Employment Professionals.
I am.
This is a great organization, and I love the work that you do for the area. So first of all, why don't you introduce yourself and give us a quick idea of what Express does?
Express is an all staffing. It is a staffing company in which that deals with all facts of facts, products, services providing for the staffing. Our clients' staffing. It can range anywhere from temporary employment to regular full-time to executive search. We also provide training, and we also have, along with our training, we have support systems and products to be able to use for team building and leadership.
So it's not just a job placement organization. You actually help to take the people who are coming into your place of business and make them a better employee and more employable.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's our desire. Our desire is to help each and every individual that comes to us seeking some assistance to find employment, that we're able to do that, to put great people with great companies, and that's our ultimate mission. So when that happens, it's a wonderful thing, and that's our reward, is that when those two things come together and they work out, everyone is happy and everybody is financially better off because of it.
And it makes the community a better place.
Absolutely.
It does. Now, I'm guessing that you, from your position, kind of have a good idea of how the economy is going and how job growth is going. And so I was just wondering, in 2013, how you saw things change and what you look for in 2012, how things changed, and how you see 2013 shaping up to be so far.
Well, I think 2013 is, as everybody is talking about, is a little uncertain because we've had the financial cliff that they've been talking about, economic cliff forever. I'm not sure if it's a cliff or it's a bump.
Kind of feels like a hangnail right now.
Right, right, like the hangman.
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
what's today's letter?
Yeah.
But I think that they're definitely, and coming into the future, of course, I think there's threats that are facing businesses today that have not necessarily changed. It may even intensify in this next year. One, of course, being the fact of our unemployment coming down, and therefore the numbers of people available for the positions as companies grow becomes a little more difficult. And then not only that, but the skills for those individuals. Who has the skills that are necessary to walk into the future? When the task repetitive jobs may be replaced by machines, just technology in general. And if the everyday workforce needs to make sure that they're being trained and catching up with the training that's there. And I think one of the concerns also for employers is not so much making sure that their people are getting the training, it's whether or not are they learning. Because there's a difference between providing the training.
I never even thought of that before.
Exactly. And are they actually learning that skill? Have they learned it? Do they comprehend it? Do they understand it? Is it advancing forward and making them better, the company better, the production better, profitability better? So I think that's going to be a huge challenge moving forward. I think also the inability to innovate within the workforce that you have, to be able to truly have the leadership, which is going to be for business owners and managers and supervisors moving forward, is to also have that training and also have that ability to be a great leader and build teams, because without that, if you don't have that the ability to be innovative, then you're going to be less competitive. And in today's world, that can knock you right out of the
because you become
scores.
Static, you're not moving forward.
Exactly.
And then also, it seems to me that the more you invest in your employees through training and that kind of thing, the more loyal they will be and not want to move on to another organization.
Well, that's certainly part of it. Part of it is employee morale altogether. So I think the other thing when we were talking about this is ensuring, again, as owners and presidents of companies, ensuring that their managers, frontline leaders, supervisors are receiving the necessary training for those people so that they do become and continue to be innovative. They continue to be able to lead their teams, excuse me, to the most productive heights, the measurements, making sure that it's not only doing the planning but the execution to make sure, again, that you remain competitive and you remain world class in order to compete.
This is a challenge because your business is not like somebody else's in town, hopefully, because otherwise it makes the competitions a little bit. But even if there's that, your situation may be different from somebody else's, and so finding that right fit for that innovation is a challenge.
Yes.
To go forward, but it's always looking forward and moving towards that.
Right,
Yeah.
and that also leads to another threat, which is reckless hiring. Sometimes in our squishy day world, and when things are being, you're being pushed and pulled in every which direction. It's really important that you're taking the necessary steps, or finding the assistance in which to have those steps, so that you're not making those reckless hire decisions. Because
define that for me a little bit more. What is a reckless hire decision?
Sometimes when we don't do our homework by doing the background checks, making sure that we do the reference checks, also that the person might not be a right fit for that. So to be able, once that person has been put into that position, making sure that you've got measurements to take a look, are they performing the job? Do they clearly understand the essential job functions? So that again, they're getting up to their ramp-up time to get to peak performance is really necessary in today's world. If that's not happening, then again, your production is coming down. The morale of people are watching another employee that's not performing as well as they do. That tends to drag down the workplace and the workplace performance. So that's an issue. Along with those, and as we addressed before, another threat that's facing business is losing their competitive advantage, and that goes hand in hand with when we talked about inability to innovate. And then last but not least, of course, is the regulatory nightmares, and we all love those.
Rules are fun. Okay, in case anybody is not aware, that is sarcasm. That's a perfect definition of sarcasm right there.
Yeah, it's just amazing how much we want to get into that. It's a happy show.
It is a happy show. So these are all important things for people to keep in mind as they're moving forward. And the nice thing is having Express in town is if they have questions regarding some of these issues, they can call you, contact you.
Absolutely,
and you
that's
can
what we're there
guide
for.
them in the direct way that
Absolutely,
they need to
we're
go.
there to be support and be the HR branch and arm to any small business, large business, etc. So
Well, and one of the ways you've done that is you have a simulcast coming up.
Yes,
and
we
to
do.
Kind of help, let's talk about that a little bit.
this is our 4th year that we're going to have our Refresh Leadership simulcast. It will be on April 17th, a Wednesday. This year I'm super excited about it. Our intent with the simulcast is always to bring in individuals who have dedicated their life to performance and leadership and to share with us. And so this year we have Guy Kawasaki. Taken me 3 times to learn that one. Guy is the author. He is also founder of alltop.com and the former chief evangelist for Apple.
And you made the chief rah-rah guy.
Yes, and yes. Leanne asked me, well, are they religious? No, it's
It's a rah-rah position.
yeah, it's a rah-rah position, the guy to lead the forces and be happy. We also have Amanda Gore, and I had the opportunity to have Amanda at our leadership conference for Express International, and she is from Canada. She is a delightful woman, extremely humorous, who talks about workplace communications and performance. She's just wonderful. Anybody that will come and see her has enjoyed her. And then also Terry Bradshaw, who is a former Pittsburgh Steelers and in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow.
So, and co-host of the Fox NHL. And if anybody watches him, he's a pretty humorous guy
Yeah, he
also.
is.
So it should prove to be a wonderful morning. It will start about 7:30 in the morning. It will be done by noon. We're looking forward to anyone who's interested in leadership and finding some of those foundations of leadership and listening to really great inspirational speakers. We'd love to have them come.
Is there a fee for that, or is that?
No, there's no fee.
Good.
We would be asking donations for Children's Miracle Network.
Oh, nice.
So-
Okay. So, and that's just a great opportunity. And so basically you're watching a video. It's screen
Yes.
of it. So that's why it's
It's
a
live
simulcast.
streaming.
Live streaming. Awesome.
Right.
Well, if they have questions, you can see that the phone number is there on your screen. You can call and ask, and then we'll give you more information about that. Really encourage you to better yourself through checking out what Express has and those kind of things. Thanks so
Fantastic.
much for your time today.
It was wonderful. I appreciate it.
We'll be back right here on the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Sean McNulty,
And I'm Deb Gillard with Brookdale Senior Living, Sterling House, and Clarebridge of Owatonna.
and we are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, Ann Plaskanko here from Senior Place. Senior Place has new hours. Mondays and Fridays we're open 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Participate in Zumba Gold, Bike Club, table tennis, computer classes, speakers, and much more. Don't forget the Senior Place Partnership Program with 39 businesses giving discounts and incentives with your Senior Place membership card. Membership is only $35 for the year, which comes to just $3 a month to be a member. Consider joining us today.
Hello, my name is Shannon Cliff. I'm the Patient Services Manager at Mayo Clinic Health System in Owatonna. I'd like to talk with you about our same-day clinic. Starting at 7 o'clock, you can call into the clinic where we will look for an appointment with your primary care provider. The second option, we would look to our same-day clinic to book an appointment. The third option would then be to have you walk into our facility to be seen. If you have any questions regarding same-day appointments, we'd be happy to answer them. Please call 451-1120.
Do you know how to safely dispose of your expired or unused prescription and non-prescription medications? Not by flushing them down the toilet or putting them in the garbage. Doing so pollutes our rivers, streams, and drinking water supply. Take it to the box instead for safe, secure disposal. It's easy. Bring your unused medications in their original containers to the drop-off locations listed on the screen and drop them in the Take It to the Box drop box. Proper disposal of unwanted medications keeps them out of the hands of children and out of our environment. This is a message from the Safe and Drug-Free Coalition of Steele County.
Hi, I'm Glenn Mager.
And I'm Tim Thomas of the Brick Mager Funeral Home, and we're proud to serve the Medford and Owatonna areas with cremation and traditional funeral services.
And we're proud to be a part of the Owatonna Today Show.
And we're back with the Owatonna Today Show. I have with me Julie Anderson and Chuck Condon. They're with what's called Project Community Connect, and this is an opportunity for people. I'm excited. I'm going to let them describe it. So first, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you talk to me, tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do in real life, and like it's your superheroes, you know. So what's your day job, and then we'll kind of talk about what the opportunity you have coming up.
Okay, very good. Thank you for having us back on the show. I'm Julie Anderson, and I'm the Executive Director of Steele County Transitional Housing. And Transitional Housing works with people who are homeless or are at risk for homelessness by providing rent subsidies and also case management for people who are in need. And it's a wonderful program. And with me here today is Chuck Condon. And Chuck is one of our key volunteers for Transitional Housing, but also for the event that's coming up. And that event is called Project Community Connect. And that's an opportunity to bring many people into one place at one time. And this time it's going to be January 24th to provide basic services.
Okay, good. Well, I want Chuck, tell us a little bit about yourself and your involvement with this project specifically, with the Community Connect project. So introduce yourself.
Oh, Chuck.
Yep. And what do you do in real life?
I've been coordinator
for
festivals and concerts.
Oh, fun. That must be a fun job.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Good. And what do you do? You're a volunteer for the project. So what are some of the jobs that you've done over the years with this project?
Last year was my first year doing it. And I got really interested because the people, I couldn't tell the volunteers from the vendors from the homeless, and just had no idea who they were. I mean, you could be walking downtown on the street, you wouldn't know if a homeless person was next to you or not. I mean, couldn't tell the difference.
And so, what the interesting thing about that, Chuck, is that we have a perception of what the homeless person is the hobo, as you said earlier, under the bridge, but that's not necessarily what it is.
There's a lot of professional people just had bad luck or lost their job or mortgage.
Yeah, the recession
and
hit
it happens overnight.
It does. It does. Well, so tell us a little bit, Julie, about. We wanted to talk about the definition. Who is the at-risk or homeless person, and kind of redefine that, because I think, like we said, people have a different view of what really is.
Very much. The stereotype is, as you say, very much the person living under the bridge. That does happen, but more often than not, the type of homelessness we're experiencing in Steele County is under the radar. It's people who are moving from place to place because they don't have enough money to put down on first month's rent or deposit. It's families, and they're homeless for a number of reasons. Sometimes it's because they've lost their job. Sometimes it's because they're underemployed and cannot afford the rent. Very often it's because of a death in the family, so it's a single parent now, or something happens in their home life that causes the homelessness. We were just talking on the way over here, a lot of the families are people who are fleeing abusive situations, and they don't have the funds to support themselves. So they become chaotic and homeless. And what happens is they go from home to home to home to home, anywhere where someone will open up their homes for them. Or they live in their cars if they're lucky enough to have a car. So just because you don't see people living under a bridge doesn't mean homelessness isn't there. Homelessness is real. It's under the radar. There are on any given day, on average, about 100 children in the school district that are homeless, and there are about 300 people that are homeless in Steele County. However, they're not living under a bridge. They're able to find some shelter, but typically it's undefined shelter from night to night. And what Chuck and I were talking about is you cannot tell by looking at somebody that they're homeless.
Right. Well, and that's what's interesting about this connection thing that you have going on, Chuck, is that you are opening opportunities and services for people who may be in this situation who don't have financial access. So why don't we talk a little bit about the project itself, if you don't mind, Chuck, and tell us a little bit about
agencies.
Yeah. There's going to be a bunch of agencies there, like SEMCAC, Steele County Human Services, Salvation Army, Food Shelf, Clothesline, Workforce Center, Project Home, Transitional Housing, and it's going to be like Steele County Public Health will be there, and there's going to be professionals giving free haircuts, so it's like a one-stop shopping for everybody. And also, every family will get a bag of basic hygiene, shampoos, conditioners, soap, toothpaste, toothbrush, that type of stuff.
And that's important too, because they're going from home to home.
Yeah, and the basic hygiene supplies, and that I'd like to thank the Owatonna Junior High School for organizing a basic hygiene supply drive. They're the ones who put that together.
I think that's an important thing to talk about also is the community involvement in this event, is the awareness that's kind of what we're here today, is to talk about the awareness as well as for those of you who are at home, who do have their own home and who have a place to sleep, be aware that there are many families in the community, and so what can they can do. And so this is an opportunity for services in Steele County to get together and offer them all at once. So let's talk a little bit more about that.
You bet. Well, the beauty of this event is it's a consolidated event. It will be held January the 24th at the Owatonna Eagles from 11 o'clock until 2 o'clock. And Chuck hit on some very important points. It's many, many agencies that are coming together that can provide a variety of services for people in need. And it also is an opportunity for people to meet one another and network. It's actually a very fun an uplifting event.
Oh, yeah.
Chuck was very involved in the organization of it last year. This year, the Ministerial Association is going to help us sponsor the soup. So we'll have a nice soup lunch. We'll have haircuts, as Chuck had mentioned, a number of nonprofit agencies, and then hygiene bags that can be handed out to families. And it has basic supplies. So if you're a family that is homeless, you're going from home to home to home, you're going to need shampoo, cream, rinse. You're going to need deodorant and those basic hygiene supplies. You're going to be out looking for a job. You need to be clean. These are the things that we need for health, basic health as well. So it's very important that people come and have a good time. It's actually a very uplifting event. It's a chance to get to know one another. And we encourage people to come if they have that need, if they are at risk.
Let's talk about that. I wanted to define who's at risk, who are the people who should be coming to this event.
Very good question. Very good question. The people who we hope will come to this event are people who are currently homeless, so they don't have a standard place to stay from night to night because they don't have enough money to put down on first month's rent deposit. And we also hope that the people who come are people who have received an eviction notice or have been told by their landlord that they're at risk for eviction because they're behind in their rent. So if you're behind in your rent or you are currently homeless, we would like you to come. If you're at risk for losing your house, you might be at a different income level, but you can certainly give us a call and ask us. The phone number to call is 446-9315, and we'll have that number on the screen. Again, 446-9315. If you think you might be at risk, we'll take you.
Yeah.
We'll take you. But mainly we're looking at people who aren't able to pay their rent or are currently homeless.
Well, the great thing about this event is that not only are you going to be able to get a haircut or in the
Right.
hygiene bag, but the different services available to people who are in this
Oh,
situation.
absolutely. I mean, it's an opportunity to learn about the Workforce Center and all the different ways you can find a job. It's an opportunity to learn about human services and the different county services available for people who are at risk for homelessness. It's a great opportunity to network with the different people who provide the services, people who supply the services. And it's an opportunity for us to, frankly, to meet the people that have been on our waiting list. Now, Transitional Housing is just one example. The agency that I represent and that Chuck volunteers for is a great agency. We do have a waiting list, however. The great thing is we can meet the people that we've been talking to on our waiting list. So it's very intimate in a way. And then we sit down and have lunch and get to know each other. So it's a good opportunity to just meet with people face to face.
Well, Chuck, I love that you're a volunteer for this organization.
Oh, thanks.
Would you mind talking a little bit about why you decided to help with the transitional?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because transitional housing helped me once, and then a few years later, because of the economy, ran short of funds, so I had to sell my place, and I didn't make any money, and all of a sudden I was homeless.
And it's not something that it's not like you're not a hard worker. You obviously have
No,
income coming. It was like
no.
you said, an overnight
Yeah,
situation.
Yeah, I never worried about money before.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I was homeless, like, whoa.
Yeah, and so they were able to help you out. And
Oh,
so now
yeah,
it's your
definitely.
turn. Yeah.
Turned me around. It's great.
And so now it's your chance to help other people.
That's what I've been doing, yes.
Yeah, that's good. What kind of things do you do? Do you answer phones or?
No,
do you...
I just volunteer for stuff, and I do stuff with the food shelf and the hospitality house and wherever.
Good.
He's been great with helping us with special events. We had an event back in November, and Chuck is a professional event organizer and event
So he has
coordinator.
Yeah.
He knows everything about sound and equipment, and he does this for bands. And so he came to our event and helped us run it. He also is really great with logistics. So he does a lot of event planning.
That's cool to take your skill set and use it in a good way like that. Well, thank you for your time. And this again, give us a quick update. When is it?
You bet. January 24th at 11 o'clock at the Owatonna Eagles.
I want to encourage you to either come or even contact you to volunteer
Absolutely.
if you're interested. And we'll be right back with the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Amy Martinez.
And I'm Adam Martinez, owners of Snap Fitness in Owatonna.
Snap Fitness is a fast, convenient, and affordable fitness center, and we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
The Owatonna Care Center is excited to announce our new partnership with Dr. Middle and Dr. Wilcox of Long-Term Care Professionals. This partnership ensures that residents can be seen right here at the Owatonna Care Center when needed. With this special on-site care, long-term care professionals will be delivering to our facility. Our goal is to decrease hospital visits and ensure special one-on-one care for each resident. Long-term care professionals and the Owatonna Care Center are dedicated to improving the clinical management for our residents, ensuring that they receive the highest quality of care.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
And it's time for community announcements. We do want to encourage you, if you have something coming up, to go ahead and let us know what that is. You can send us an email at owatonnatoday@charter.net. Let us know some of your community events so we can share them right here on the Owatonna Today Show. The annual Eagles Cancer auction is approaching, and of course most of us have had someone in our life who has been touched with cancer, and so what they're going to do is have this auction. Items donated will be auctioned off at their 51st annual Owatonna Eagles Cancer auction Friday, February 8th at 6:30 and Saturday, February 9th at 4 p.m. If you'd like to be a part of that donation, you can contact the Eagles Club and be a part of that. Last year, Eagles Club in Minnesota has raised nearly, oh my goodness, $785,000 for cancer research. And 100% of the proceeds do go to this event, so they really want to encourage you. These are actually the facilities that the money goes to is the Mayo Center Cancer Research Foundation, Hormel Cancer Research Center, and the University of Minnesota Cancer Research. So all of that money stays right here in Minnesota, so it's a great opportunity to do that. So again, please mark your calendar for February 8th. That's a Friday, the 51st annual Owatonna Eagles Cancer Auction. And if you would like to donate some items, you can contact them at the Eagles Club. And the number there is 451-3846. The Autism Spectrum Disorder Parent Support Group is coming up. That's January 22nd. This is at the Associated Church in Owatonna. I do want to encourage you, if you are a family who has an autistic child in their family, this is a great opportunity. Sometimes you feel like you can do it alone, you're strong enough, but you need that support because sometimes people have gone through stuff you are going through now. We want to really encourage you to do that. And there is childcare available. That's January 22nd, and this does happen every fourth Tuesday of every month. So if you miss this one, you can do that. You can call over Taya. Her number is 213-1323 if you have questions about this. That's a great opportunity. Do you like to tell stories? I do. It's a fun time. And if you'd like to learn how to do it a little bit better, the Owatonna Senior Place is offering storytelling, folk, and literature workshops. The first one is coming up Tuesday, January 29th from 6 to 9. It is called How to Tell a Story, Storytelling 101. And then the second one is Tuesday, February 12th. It's called How to Find, Craft, and Tell Amazing Stories. The workshop is presented by Kevin Strauss. He is a professional storyteller. He has award-winning author of 6 books and 2 storytelling CDs. It's a great opportunity. You know, most of us in our life have stories to tell, but sometimes we're not sure how to put them together. This is a great opportunity to do that. If you'd like more information, you can call 444-4280. The cost is $2, and that just covers refreshments. Otherwise, it's free, and it is at the Owatonna Senior Place. And the Brookdale Senior Living Community Center is offering their Alzheimer's and related dementia caregiver education series. We really do want you to contact them at 676-0411 for more information. And thank you so much for joining us today right here on the Owatonna Today Show. Kids are in the hall. Yay, it's exciting. Yeah. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.